I guess that's...
And I'd like to think that I've got plenty of integrity.
It had something to do
I
with
was a late bloomer. Yeah, I probably did. I talked too much.
We were all on the same journey, and it was difficult.
Right.
Involved in the film did. It's not just me that's being recognized. A lot of people being recognized. That's one of the things my dad taught me. Always do more. We're always doing a little more than it's expected of you.
This woman I married, the love of my life, Katherine. That's how Sam Elliott once began a sentence that stopped fans in their tracks. It wasn't from a movie or script. It was real, raw, and unscripted. For a man known for playing tough, silent cowboys, that kind of vulnerability made people look twice. Sam Elliott has spent decades riding across dusty plains, delivering gritty one-liners with a voice that could calm a storm. But beneath the mustache and leather boots is a man who's battled private grief, public backlash, career doubts, and even viral death rumors. He once revealed his father died thinking Sam was a fool for chasing an acting dream, a memory that haunted him. But Sam didn't stop. He worked construction, poured cement to survive, and landed a movie role almost by accident. Fame came slowly, respect came later. Now, the very industry that doubted him gives standing ovations. He's admitted to turning down powerful people on the casting couch, faced controversy over his words, and stayed completely off social media by choice. No email, no Instagram, nothing. To him, staying grounded means keeping your mouth shut and your boots on solid ground. Then there's Katherine Ross, the Hollywood icon he admired in silence for nearly a decade before destiny gave them a second chance. Their marriage has lasted where most don't. Through heartbreak, hoaxes, and Hollywood chaos, Sam Elliott has remained calm, strong, and unshakably real. Sam's story begins in Sacramento, California, born August 9, 1944 to Glennie and Henry Nelson Elliott. His mother was a state diving champion turned physical education teacher. His father worked for the Fish and Wildlife Service. From the outside, it looked like a solid family, but tensions were building, especially between Sam and his father. When Sam was just 13, the family moved to Portland, Oregon. He finished high school and bounced between colleges before finding himself in a local production of Guys and Dolls. A newspaper critic baldly wrote that Sam should be a professional actor. That validation stuck with him, but his father didn't approve. He told his son, "You've got a snowball's chance in hell of making it in Hollywood." Those words cut deep, but what followed hurt more. His father died suddenly of a heart attack when Sam was just 18. He never got to prove his worth to the man who called him a fool. Sam once said, "My dad died thinking I was a total idiot for wanting to be an actor." That loss became his fuel. Every role, every audition, every setback, he carried that memory like both a scar and a motivator. Before Sam's name appeared in movie credits, he was hauling bags of cement under the California sun. Los Angeles in the late 60s wasn't welcoming to dreamers without money. While working a small cement job for a family friend who happened to be an assistant director with Hollywood ties, Sam got invited to visit a movie set. The lights, the energy, the movement pulled him in. He soon landed a tiny role in 1969's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid as a nameless card player with one line, off camera. Most would have dismissed it as nothing, but to Sam, it was everything. He was on a real set, watching Robert Redford perform, soaking in every second. Slowly, more chances followed. Small TV parts and Gunsmoke and other shows helped him get his footing. Then came a surprise gig, beer commercials. In 1972, Sam became the cowboy in Falstaff beer ads, a mysterious figure walking through the desert saying almost nothing. Those commercials gave him visibility and an identity. Hollywood started seeing him not just as a background extra, but as a man who belonged in front of the camera. Sam didn't choose the cowboy life, Hollywood chose it for him. With his towering frame, rugged features, and unmistakable drawl, casting directors didn't see a man, they saw a myth. In 1975, he landed a breakout role in I Will Fight No More Forever, showing he could carry a story, not just decorate the background. The following year brought Lifeguard, where he played Rick Carlson, a man questioning his life while working on Southern California beaches. Critics weren't kind to the film, but they noticed Sam. Even in flawed projects, he had a magnetic stillness that commanded attention. His career survived the ups and downs not because of flash or hype, but consistency. He kept showing up. Commercials, westerns, failed pilots, he did them all. Somehow, through sheer persistence and authenticity, the cowboy image stuck, not as a stereotype, but as a symbol. He became the face of quiet strength. By the late 70s, people weren't just listening, they were remembering his name. In Hollywood, love is often fleeting, but Sam's story with Katherine Ross was the opposite. It started with a glance. In 1969 on the Butch Cassidy set, Sam was just an extra, practically invisible. Katherine was already a star, known worldwide for The Graduate. I didn't dare try to talk to her, he later admitted. She was the leading lady, I was a glorified extra. Nearly a decade passed before fate tried again. In 1978, they were cast together in The Legacy, and Sam finally spoke. A friendship formed, then a romance, and eventually something stronger. They married in 1984 in a quiet ceremony free of Hollywood excess. When Sam was offered a part in Mask in 1985, he nearly turned it down because they were on their honeymoon. That's how much she meant to him. Over the years, they've defied every expectation of a Hollywood couple. No scandals, no dramatic separations. Sam once said, "You work past the difficulties. You don't walk away from it." That simple philosophy became the foundation of a marriage that's lasted over 40 years. By the mid-80s, Sam was becoming a Hollywood fixture. In Mask, he played Gar, a rough-around-the-edges biker with a soft heart. The role was gritty and real, showing emotional depth beneath the leather jacket. Critics started taking serious notice. He followed with films that solidified his image as the quintessential cowboy. But it was 1993's Tombstone that stamped his legacy into pop culture. As Virgil Earp, Sam stood shoulder to shoulder with Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer, delivering a performance that didn't rely on flair, it relied on presence. That same year, he took on the role of Brigadier General John Buford in Gettysburg. Then came The Big Lebowski in 1998. As the stranger, he narrated with a drawl so iconic it became one of the most quoted parts of the movie. Suddenly, Sam wasn't just the cowboy of the past, he was the voice of cool in the modern era. For decades, Sam worked like a man who didn't care about awards, because truthfully, he didn't. He valued the work, not the applause. But in 2017, recognition finally came. In The Hero, he played Lee Hayden, an aging Western actor grappling with fading fame, cancer, and regrets. It was vulnerable, honest, and raw, written specifically for him. Sam later said, "Every actor dreams of someone writing something just for them. This was the first time I got a script where I was on every page, and it was all built around me." Critics hailed it as his finest work. In 2018's A Star is Born, Sam played Bobby Maine, bringing silence, strength, and soul to the screen. When he received his first Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, the world seemed to say, "It's about time." Sam, he said it himself, "Off the top of my head, I think it's about time."
Boy, I'm glad you got an Oscar nomination
Pretty
because
good,
you were
Bill.
so great in that movie. I mean, you really...
After a lifetime of playing second fiddle, Sam Elliott was finally front and center. While Hollywood has always had a darker side, few male actors have spoken about it. But in a 1980 interview, Sam revealed something unexpected. He'd faced the casting couch too. "You cannot believe the casting couch stories," he said bluntly. "The cliches are all true." He explained that he always said no, no matter who was offering what. That decision might have cost him roles and opportunities. "I'm the one who has to live with that guilt," he said. "My conscience is clear." That one line said everything about him. He wasn't going to play the game or trade dignity for fame. When the Me Too movement gained momentum decades later, Sam didn't just support it, he understood it. He called it the best thing that's happened to Hollywood in a long time. What makes Sam's stance unique is that he never used his experiences for sympathy. He spoke quietly, honestly, and only when it mattered. In an age where every celebrity is one tweet away from trending, Sam has done something unthinkable. Stayed completely offline, no social media, not even email. While other stars scramble for likes, Elliott has built a legacy without touching a like button. "Everywhere you look, people are looking at their hands," he once said. "In restaurants, it's like you're sitting in a patch of jack-o'-lanterns because everyone's face is lit up by their phone." For him, that screen glow isn't just annoying, it's a symptom of disconnection. Sam prefers real conversations and long walks with his wife over filtered selfies. His voice remains his trademark and sometimes his disguise. "My voice gets recognized before anything else," he once joked. "Now, if I want to hide, I just keep my mouth shut." In a world drowning in noise, that silence speaks volumes. His decision to avoid social media isn't rebellion, it's a choice to live differently, to stay grounded, to remember what matters. In 2022, Sam found himself in unfamiliar territory, public backlash. During a podcast appearance, he criticized the power of the dog in ways many found problematic. The blowback was instant. Director Jane Campion responded swiftly, and fans, especially from the LGBTQ+ community, felt blindsided. But what happened next was surprising. Sam didn't dig in. He apologized publicly. "I said some things that hurt people, and I feel terrible about that," he admitted. His tone wasn't defensive, it was remorseful and sincere. Even legends can stumble. What matters is whether they choose to stand up and own it. Sam Elliott did. In August 2023, fans woke up to a shocking headline: Sam Elliott dead at 79. The internet lit up with tributes and emotional goodbyes. But there was one problem. Sam wasn't dead. He was alive, well, and completely unaware of his supposed passing. The rumors spread like wildfire across social media, especially through sensational YouTube channels known for celebrity death hoaxes. These weren't harmless mistakes, they were calculated lies designed for clicks and ad revenue. Yet, no matter how often the truth came out, the lies kept returning. Why? Because Sam Elliott represents something rare: timelessness. While the internet mourned, Sam was working. In 2024, Paramount Plus confirmed his return in Landman, a new series from Taylor Sheridan, creator of Yellowstone. It's a full-circle moment. Elliott had already earned acclaim for his role in 1883 as Shea Brennan, a tough cowboy leading settlers across dangerous terrain. In Landman, he joins Billy Bob Thornton in a show set in the modern-day oil industry of Texas. His collaboration with Sheridan is no accident. Sheridan writes with grit and moral complexity that fits Sam perfectly. Even now, after more than 50 years in the business, Sam isn't phoning it in. He's still putting in the work, choosing projects that mean something. Strip away the cowboy hats and that unmistakable voice, and what remains is something rare in Hollywood. A man who never sold out. "I've never done a job for money," he once said, and it shows. Over 5 decades, Elliott has built a body of work that's less about box office and more about belief. While most stars obsess over how they'll be remembered, Sam doesn't seem to care. "It's about enjoying the process," he once said, and if you can't enjoy that, then you're going about it wrong. Through controversy, loss, false headlines, and fading trends, Sam Elliott has never changed who he is to stay relevant. And that, ironically, is what's kept him relevant all along. In a town full of actors trying to be everything, Sam Elliott has only ever tried to be one thing: real. And for a generation starving for authenticity, that's not just refreshing, it's unforgettable.
Your love dies, a little piece of you dies with him. Happy, and if it ends tomorrow, I feel like I went off on a high note.